Hey guys, today we're taking a look at my Harpie deck. Now before I get into the cards, just to let you guys know, Harpie decks are pretty similar in the skeleton and the build. There isn't that much variation and creativity in the build, so when you take a look at other Harpie decks, you'll probably see a lot of the same stuff. But I will be talking about some of the other interesting tech that you can put in the deck in the side deck. So to get right into it, 3 Harpie Queen, obviously an amazing card, 1900 attack, and searches out your field card and is Harpie Lady, allowing you to do really good plays. And then 3 Harpie Channeler, again, just a really nice card, allowing you to dump Harpie cards and special summon Harpie cards to bring out those plays that you need to do. Just a very, very nice card overall and gives you access to those rank 7s. And then 3 Harpie Dancer, another really nice card, allowing you to keep, reusing Harpie's Hunting Ground to blow up back row and really go for those big plays. Just a really nice card overall. And, like all the other ones, it becomes Harpie Lady. And then, you can run 3 of whatever actual Harpie Lady card you want. So some people run Harpie Lady 1, they run 1 or 2 or 3 copies. I'm running 2 Cyber Harpie Lady and 1 Harpie Lady, giving you access to some power and some boosts. It's up to you. I didn't mention also, some people run like 2 Harpie Dancer, which is another choice, but I think 3 is the best option for that. And then 1 Harpie's Pet Dragon, just giving you access to making those rank 7 plays. Another card that some people run, 2 of, I guess, so they can do more plays, but it's difficult because it can be a dead draw in certain situations, so it's up to you. And then 1 Thunder King Rai-Oh, obviously locking down your opponent, very nice card. And 1 Zephyros, really nice in this deck, allowing you to keep reusing cards and bringing him back and doing additional plays, which is just really nice in this deck. And now for the spells, 3 of the field card, obviously, just really great that we're getting, a bit of an attack boost, but really the big part is that we're just going to blow up back row, which with all the summoning and plays you're doing, you could blow up your opponent's back row in seconds, which is really awesome. And 3 Hysteric Sign, just a really nice card, allowing you to search out your Harpies because you have a variety of Harpie cards, and you get Elegant Egotist once because I'm running 1 in the deck, but still very, very powerful. With how you'll have access to those quick plays and getting those monsters out. And then 2 MST. Again, we have a lot of things to deal with back row, but you still want a couple MST to deal with things because of how powerful back row is nowadays. If you have MST on top of all this back row destruction, your opponent's not going to have a lot of answers for the big swarming that you're doing. And then 1 Elegant Egotist, obviously giving us a little bit of swarming power, but not, a huge part of this deck. And then 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, obviously just great staple spells. For the traps, 3 Hysteric Party, just a really, really powerful card. Basically like Rekindling for Harpies, just really, really strong, allowing you to make crazy plays. And then 2 Fiendish Chain, dealing with effects, and 2 Trap Stun, very nice when we're going for those big plays. And then mostly stable traps, 1 Icarus Attack because of the Winged Beast deck can be very useful. So now for the extra deck, we're going to have a good amount of generics, but also a good amount of cards that are very specific for this deck that makes it powerful. Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, just giving you access to do a lot of damage, so just very, very nice. 2 Chidoris, just a really, really great card, allowing you to deal with your opponent's cards. 1 Queen Dragon Djinn, pretty much staple for this deck to bring out Harpie's Pet Dragon. And then 2 Ice Beast Zerofyne, really powerful card. I've seen some people say to run this at 1, but I'm running it at 2 because of how nice it can be to just negate all the effects on the field. And then, other typical ones, Silent Honor, Maestroke, Exciton Knight, Photon, Abyss Dweller, very nice against certain decks. Diamond Direwolf, obviously, with Winged Beast, Gagaga Cowboy. And for the 7 stars, Big Eye and Dracossack. You can also run Master of Blades if you want, but I'm currently just running these 2. So now for the side deck, again, side decks in my videos are kind of just recommended cards, but that can also help you, when you're building your own Harpie deck. These are more, just cards I want you to think about. This isn't a side deck for matches. So one thing that this deck can lack a little bit is draw power, so you can run something like Cardcar D if that's important for you. So Summoner Monk, this is a really interesting card that I've seen a lot of people run because it has really good chemistry with Hysteric Sign, but without Hysteric Sign it's not really that great, so I don't really like running it. I like focusing more on just kind of the full Harpies. Tempest is also an interesting card that some people run, just allowing you to have access to some other plays, but banishing your Harpies isn't really very good, especially with a low monster count. Dragun Dark Spear is another interesting thing that you can do in order to bring back those Winged Beasts to activate plays. Can be interesting. Garuda, an interesting card to do swarming and more plays and stuff like that. Pot of Duality, again, something you can use for draw power. Effect Veiler, another thing you can do with effects, can give you access to synchros if you want that. There's other XYZs you can run. Digusto can help you out in certain situations. Lavalo Chain also can help you with this deck. You can also run Divine Wind of Mist Valley because it has some really broken stuff you could do with Harpie Dancer. So that's interesting, but currently not a big fan of that, focusing more on the Harpie field card. If you are running Divine Wind, you probably want to run Terraforming because you'll need to search it out. Otherwise, it's not going to come out very often. Forbidden Lance, another option you can run, but you can also run this instead, which is Swallow's Nest, which is very, very powerful. Can be very interesting for this deck, and I could definitely see people running this over something like Forbidden Lance, because they'll just replace the card that they have. And then Mistake, I've seen some people run this because, again, with Thunder King Rai-Oh, just, locks down your opponent and you don't have to worry as much about that kind of thing. And Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, discard cards, Divine Wrath, things like that can be very interesting because dumping things in the graveyard is, decent for this deck, so not a big deal to use cards like that. So that's my Harpie deck, very strong these days. Harpies can be very interesting. Obviously with artifacts coming out, it's kind of debatable how they're going to be, but if artifacts, blow up this deck, I think you could just turn this deck into like a hybrid deck with Dark and run Dark Samorg and blow up artifacts. So that's definitely an interesting choice you have there. But again, very, very fun. A lot of swarming, a lot of back row destruction, a lot of great XYZs. So a really great deck overall. But if you guys have your own Harpie decks, you can post below. Let me know in the comments. Maybe you have suggestions for cards I could use or just ideas for how this deck should work. So let me know in the comments below. But as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later.